Let's talk about the name of the band. Who came up with the name of the band? Where is that? Was that from the song, or did you have the song first?
Actually,
yes, we did have the song first.
Well, it's kind of weird. Because like most bands will they'll have their name and they'll make the song about their name, but actually the song was before the name.
And the song spoke to him and I, but it is in different ways. So for
actually, we all kind of decided.
Yeah,
three of us here.
Right. I was a part of that process
but the name,
too. They don't like to admit that sometimes.
Well, the name is from, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Slender Man.
Slender Man, the game.
No. Okay. So it's this. Basically, it's this dude that follows you and you don't know he's there.
He doesn't have a face. It's all white.
If you look up, just type in Slender Man for people who are watching, you'll figure it out. It's real easy. It's basically this game that you play that is based on him. You are avoiding him the whole time. You're trying to get these notes and avoiding him. So, for whatever reason, I was just like, well, fuck that. I'm just going to engage the unseen. You can't see him. So I just came up with this phrase, engage the unseen, and then I wrote a song about it in Suburban Society. Yeah. And we didn't use that because we broke up.
No, we didn't.
And then that was the first song we actually wrote for the band.
Yep.
And then it kind of just went from there that became the name, because we used to be called Ascendancy is what our first name was. And there was another band in California who had the same name.
And they messaged us and asked us to change the name because they'd been around for a while. So we were
respectfully.
We were respectful.
You guys didn't get like a court order or anything?
Oh, yeah. No, we're not
Warren.
We love you, Trevor.
We
love you, Trevor.
Poor guys. The old ones, I mean.
I figured out that that's their new name now. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Well, if you'd read
formerly known.
That was great.
You goofy
Dude, they tickled me so hard last week I threw up.
Yeah. I followed that, by the way.
We don't get drunk and throw up.
Yeah,
we were actually at my graduation party because I just recently graduated, and I'm like, hey, Zach, because he wasn't paying attention. I'm like, Zach, go tickle Carter so he does. And next thing you know, he's just throwing up.
Dude, he went
on the card, everything.
Oh, good Lord. Mac and I, we ganged up on Carter, and he was done after that.
I bet you don't do that with the other people from your day job.
If I did that with the people at my day job, they'd kill me.
Carter?
Yeah.
You did a lot of things at your day job that you wouldn't have a day job. Same here, though.
So, I mean, if that answers that question about how the band was formed, even though we are so ADD in this band, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's fine. It's kind of cool with the name.
Yeah.
So a lot of people...
The name has a complete different meaning. You know, it's not about the game.
Yeah, it can be about anything. I mean,
exactly.
What does it mean to me? You said.
Yeah.
Well, how the name spoke to me when we first brought it up about making it the band's name, it was really. It spoke to me in a way where it was like, okay, you don't know what's coming in the future, but you just need to go out there, take a leap of faith, and go get it. It doesn't matter what happens, whether it's good or bad. You just need to take a risk, reach out there and grab it, because if you don't, no one ever will do it for you.
That's kind of like, as a fan, that's kind of what the band name meant to me. It was like reaching out and taking the things that you're not sure of and you're not aware of, and just accepting it and going with it.
For me,
engaging the unseen. That was what it was for me as a fan. When I
was hoping that's actually how it would come across to
For me, it was when I first started out. I thought, as musicians, you were presenting something to people that were listening, and you weren't seeing them. So you were engaging them with music.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
another good one.
So that's kind of what
that's a
it's
I like
trying
that.
to be different for everybody, which
Oh
is
yeah,
I think
cool.
everyone has their own interpretation.
Honestly,
of it.
I love hearing everybody else's interpretations of it.
It's just like, dude, we're named after a horror video game. What's
Exactly.
And next time we do this interview, it's going to be a completely different story how the name.
Yeah.
One
night, Big Mac and I were driving, and we're gonna hit this deer. I can't see it. We'll engage it, Mo.
Had to sacrifice.
Get
to like a cult or something.
Well, let's talk about music now. We were talking about him, writing some stuff, and you guys writing some stuff together. Who does most of the songwriting? Where does it come from? For the most part, who's the driver? There's got to be a driver. There's got to be somebody that has a focus on. And
I don't want to sound like that guy.
As far as
the ideas go, he usually comes in with a lot of ideas.
You get like a bag of riffs, or you like
he'll usually be like working on something, and then he'll come into practice, and be like, "Hey guys, here's this, I wrote this, or like we'll all kind of do that, but he's mainly the one, and we'll kind of just make our own things around it that'll mold with it.
Contribute some stuff to it.
Yeah, more or less.
Give it that
it's pretty collective. There's some songs where I have it fully written out, and then the guys will learn it, and then they'll change it a little bit to kind of.
Is there a certain direction you're looking at when you're writing? Is it something conscious that I don't want to do that, or maybe you've written things that don't fit in this band?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Is there a conscious effort to go in a particular
The way I
direction?
go about it sometimes is I figure out the structure of the song. Like, okay, I want the chorus to start this instead of an intro riff, or I want 2 verses first and then a chorus. Like, that's how I write my music. So I come up with the parts and then link them together how I think they should go.
Right.
So, and then when I come to practice, like we have this whiteboard, and I'll write out, all right, this is where the chorus goes, this is where this goes. That way we can start remembering it and getting it down. But
I know that I haven't heard your other band, but I know that like for Big Mac, his last band was very different than this band. So is it hard for you to try to do those songs that are, like, do you try to incorporate some of that stuff that you used to do, or like, is it hard to not do that, or?
At first it was a little more difficult to write material that fit with these guys more properly. Not using so much polyrhythm off time, more diminished notes, and just stuff that's more into
less machine gun,
not thrash,
not thrashy, but just heavier stuff.
Yeah.
And some of our music can get heavy, but most of my riffs, most of the songs that I do write, sometimes they're a little bit too heavy and they don't fit for this band. So I've gotten more into the stylings of our music a lot better, and so like whenever I sit down and I write a riff, my starting point is just a general idea of kind of a reworking of not other material, but like keeping in mind what material that we have written and kind of bringing out of the guitar that same kind of sound. Yeah. And I've got quite a few riffs, quite a few half and full songs that I believe would fit for the band quite well.
Yeah. We just haven't gotten them. Them yet.
Yeah. We have one new one that's definitely one of our favorites that he made.
Yeah,
definitely.
Severed. Yeah. Those ones, of course, unfortunately, you wouldn't hear on the CD that's currently out.
Yeah,
but
let's talk about that. Where do we have on store shelves? Where can they get it?
As of right now, you can get it from us, but we're working on. I'm working on getting it into Hastings locally here in Billings. It's an EP. It's a 7
Discontent. It's going to be another one we're going to go.
But
to.
EP 7 songs.
You can talk to them.
We've had countless people on our page just go, "Hey, here's my address. Send it to me. I'm sending you this much, whatever."
Even
like,
if
wow.
people are watching this and they haven't heard and they don't know these guys, you can get a hold of me and I can get in stuff.
Yeah, we'll try to make it more available.
Yeah, we're busy. We got stuff, but we're keep in mind. Yeah, we're trying to get it out there, man.
Let's talk about the process a little bit of the recording. Was it something that you were able to have enough inputs to do it all at once, or did you piece it together as an individual?
It's been a while.
It's been a long time, unfortunately. It took us a lot longer than we wanted it to.
I didn't really do much. I mean, honestly, it was like I got my bass parts down, so I didn't do anything the entire time. I was just these guys working on their stuff.
So you're just a cheerleader?
More or less.
Oh yeah, he looked pretty. He started.
Tell did the whole album. He did all his songs in one take. The kid just freaking annihilated it. Just annihilated.
Yeah, he didn't have to. He did once.
He's like, "What's taking you so long?"
Yeah, I know he really was.
It's not that hard.
He pulled a tell.
And it sounds great. Like I have a copy, and it sounds great. Like there's a lot of these bands that have released the EP that don't have like. It's not their fault. They just didn't have the proper equipment and everything, and people to help them do everything.
Fortunately,
you guys did a great job with it.
Thank you.
You did it yourself then?
Well, we did it through our friend Maddie.
Yeah, Matt Gill. I mean, we had a guiding hand.
Love you.
Guiding hand in what we wanted to do, and he knows our sound better than most people do, and he just helped us through the whole thing. He produced the whole thing along with us. So he'd tell us, okay, this part doesn't work here. We need to fix this part.
Matty Guild from
was in the
farthest edge.
He was the
guitarist.
He really helped bring what we were trying to put out live also come out, I guess, as you can hear on our EP. Like he really really brought out what we were trying to get across as far as our sound goes.
Yeah.
Anything from like, I guess, a really fast-paced riff to something that's like
heavy and driving.
Yeah.
Something.
You guys also have a music video out. Yes. You guys did part of that soundtrack for that movie, The Writer's Ghost. I think Endeavor was part of that.
Yes. I'm Andre from Engage the Unseen, and we have the song Rise.